Chase, Joe recently had a major GI bleed resulting in a lengthy hospital stay, even had blood transfusions while in. 3 different doctors thought it was tied to a new medication. So how do you determine if the medicine is dangerous, or maybe if it was just kind of an accident or maybe a bad reaction?
Sure. In a situation like that, you're going to have to be relying on experts, whether those experts are experts at the FDA who actually oversee the administration of this drug, the approval of the drug, and they monitor its safety, and they find something that's unsafe about it, or your actual doctors, or doctors that are paid by your attorney that actually review the drug and the safety that has testing that has been done on the drug. So it's ultimately going to come down to experts in order to determine whether this drug was manufactured improperly and that's why you got sick, whether or not it was administered improperly and that's why you got sick, or if it had some sort of side effect. You had some sort of side effect that wasn't included in the FDA's the filings with the FDA, so they could review it, whether or not it was marketed correctly, whether if they marketed as a drug that's going to help regulate your blood pressure and it ends up having terrible side effects on your GI tract without that being anywhere in the actual marketing material or the disclaimers, then an attorney is going to be able to come in and point that out and hold the drug manufacturer responsible. But it's going to be up to your doctors and the experts at the FDA or the experts that your attorney has hired to determine which case or which column this particular drug falls in.
Let me interject something here. When you're talking about product liability, you're talking about corporate abuse. Trial lawyers have been attacked by large corporations and insurance companies for years because we are the ones that expose corporate abuse. In other words, situations where product liability claims are successful, corporations or insurance companies have put profit over human values, profit over human life. And classic examples of that occurred with the tobacco industry and the major litigation that occurred arising from the use of tobacco and the tobacco companies being caught hiding information concerning the addictive nature of tobacco, hiding information about them studying how to increase the addiction. Another example would be where you had products liability claims involving automobiles and the manufacture of automobiles. Your automobiles are much safer today than they were, say, 20, 30 years ago, just because trial lawyers took on those industries to disclose the abuse. When the Pinto cases first occurred, the manufacturer, Ford, at that time had video knowing that if those vehicles were involved in a crash because they had put the gas tanks outside the frame, the inner frame of the automobile, they would explode in fire and the people would be burned to death. But they were making so much money, they valued the profit over the risk to human life. And when they got caught, they got hit. So when you're talking about products liability claims, you're talking about corporate abuse. When jurors return huge verdicts in situations involving corporate abuse, the corporations have been caught lying, cheating just for profit.